Oh my God, I really need to show you this weather. It's terrible. Hang on. Oh, I can't flip this. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. Here's me with another video in the car. Talk about today. Well, I need to kind of carry on from where I left off, really, in the first video. We talked about school, and I missed out something on my school years, actually, and that's kind of what I want to go into today. I want to talk about work. Regardless of your grades, you can still get what you want in life. The school helped us all open bank accounts. They set it up as the banking room, and they asked people to volunteer to be cashiers at the bank. All the kids got together and we all put in £1 and opened up our accounts. So we all kind of took turns to become cashiers. We learnt a lot, you know. It was like a proper little bank. I don't think I put it on my CV. My CV is quite full. It's 2 pages and it's only meant to be really 1 page. All these experiences that you get, whether they were voluntary or not, they can go on your CV. It's the experience. That's what employers are looking for. So the other thing we have at school is work experience. At this point, you're about 14 when you do this. I had to travel to London Bridge. I worked at BT, British Telecom. I was quite chuffed about that. I mean, it was mainly filing and making tea for people and stuff like that, and just filling in these really boring forms. Like, I did my work experience with a girl called Christine. I wonder if she still remembers me. She must do, because we had such a laugh when we did this. To find it so boring, like we just feel like we're falling asleep. I actually didn't know Christine very well. She was in my year, obviously, but we weren't in the same classes or anything, so it was quite interesting that I ended up with someone I didn't know. And again, like at school, you get a bit annoyed because they don't ever put you with your best friends for anything, but they've got reasons for that. It's because they want you to interact with new people, and in this case it was me and Christine who went to BT for 2 weeks. And I remember during our breaks, it was so dead, like there was basically nothing to do around there. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm driving in this. Bismillah, God help me. Yeah, our first day there, we was on a break and there was vending machines outside, like in the corridor, and we decided to get a hot chocolate. And when the hot chocolate came out, it was all moldy. Oh, so funny. Again, it's all about doing something you don't want to do, but actually sometimes doing something you don't want to do ends up with a lot of, you know, added bonuses. Christine, if you ever see this video by any chance, get in touch with me. We could reminisce, maybe even meet up and go and have a hot chocolate somewhere. After I'd done sixth form, worked in an accounts department for travel agents, and I worked with a woman called Michelle, Orhan, and a lady called Cheryl. I never forget her. Cheryl used to bring Jaffa cakes in, and she shared out the Jaffa cakes, put them on little plates, and then she went to the toilet or she went to make the tea or something, and Orhan bit into a Jaffa cake and put it on the plate. It was so funny because when she came back, she just looked down at the plate and she was like, who the flip? Why the hell is my sat-nav listening to me? Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, had fun and games in the accounts department. I ended up in an office with only Michelle later on. Orhan used to come in and wind her up. It's so funny because basically what I'm saying about getting rich in life is memories, experience, all those things that you get for free in life. I used to bank money, actual physical cash. I don't know how this company appointed me to do this. It was so strange. They must have trusted me. That's the thing I have with people. People always trust me, like overly trust me with anything and everything, and I'm just like, I must have that kind of face or something, you know, or maybe it's the personality. But I used to bank huge amounts of money every day, and I used to go to the bank holding this bag thinking, what if I got attacked on the street? It was only across the road, but you know, so I suppose that gave me a lot of confidence because they trusted me, which was nice. And I could have run off with £500,000. I wouldn't have got far, but you know. So after that, I ended up working downstairs in the actual travel agents, and that was really good. I mean, I enjoyed that job apart from my manager. I mean, I could come in 2 minutes late or 5 minutes late because I had quite a long way to travel. And bearing in mind I was only 17, she was lucky I even turned up at all, you know. She used to have a right go at me every day when I used to come in. I used to think, oh, piss off. Did that for about 9 months, and during the time there, they actually put me in charge of the events. That was like putting bunting up for Easter, or, you know, we used to do international events for all different countries. And I would be in charge of organising all the decorations and putting up posters and stuff like that, and you know, bringing awareness to the events. And I was selling basically flight tickets and student cards and booking hotels and stuff like that. I found myself like giving in or giving up because of other people's actions, and that's something I've changed a lot over the years, you know. If something's going to benefit me, I don't do that anymore. I ride it out and make sure that I get what I need to get on my CV. Oh, hang on a minute. I missed something really important out. I think even before I went into the accounts department, I was on switchboard, and we had about 100 lines. So the phone was so busy all the time. It was a nightmare. There was like no doubt in my mind that I could get a job just like that anywhere I went. I had the typing, I had the business admin. I mean, employers were lucky to have me. Another thing is, I'm not boasting, by the way, but I am a hard worker, and once I know what I'm doing, I'm like a machine, basically. I can't get over how bad my neck looks in videos. It's really not that bad in real life. Annoying. I think I got kind of tired of the traveling. It was taking me like an hour to get to work every day and an hour to get back, and I was spending a lot of money on travel. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, I could just get an admin job, whatever. I didn't actually apply for anything because my dad needed help in the factory at the time, so I thought, okay, I'll do that. Sometimes earning less in the short term is what you need to do for the long term. And when you're a young person, you don't really think about your future that much. You just think about what you're doing now and how it might inconvenience you, and how you'd rather be doing something a bit more exciting than sitting there filling in forms and making tea and maybe sweeping the floor, depending on what you're doing at the time. But you just need to remember that it's worth doing it because it's something to write on your CV, and it's something that makes you rich in life. Now I'm going to move on to this point now. So what happened was, my dad introduced me to his solicitor. Best thing that ever happened to me. His name was Hassan. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. God bless him. God rest his soul. He was such a nice guy. My memories of him are nothing but good. It's really sad, you know, like, this is where I get emotional. And he done a lot for me. He was like a dad. And we used to sit and have heart-to-heart conversations, and he made me realise what I had. He really did. I basically ended up working for him. I was only getting £80 a week, and that was basically half of what I was getting at my other job, but I stayed with him for 4 or 5 years. I made a lot of good friends there, lifelong friends. I learned so much. I became wiser, I became stronger, I stopped wasting my life. And again, it wasn't becoming rich financially, but I really became rich in life with him. I was there for 5 years in the end, and I could have stayed a lot longer, but it ended up being more about money now. The type of people you need around you are the ones that make you realize what you've got, make you realize how rich you are as a person, to have the confidence when you go to an interview to be able to convince these people that they're going to get value out of you. Because once you put voluntary work on your CV, what does that tell this person? It tells them that you will give more than you get. You're giving more than you get. It seems like a waste of time to you, you know, like, why am I doing this? They're taking the mick out of me. To get somewhere in life, I'm not saying you need to be a doormat. You're not getting paid, but you're gaining experience. Going on with the story, I always used to say I'm going to get into criminal law one day. I might even just study to become a solicitor. The opportunity did present itself to me. It was doing criminal law, which I loved, and they were going to train me up for 5 years. I didn't need to go to uni. I didn't need to do any of that stuff. I didn't need to pay for it. They're going to pay me $15,000 a year. And at the time, my husband lost his job, so he was like, you can't do that. We're going to end up, you know, without a roof over our heads and stuff. Worst decision of my life. Anyway, so that was that. What did I do after that? I moved on to a company that did road traffic accidents. And that was pretty simple and straightforward. My pay was good. You know, I managed to start saving up and stuff. And then I had a baby, and that was kind of the end of my career. It all kind of went pear-shaped after that. If you have an opportunity, even if the salary doesn't suit you right now, but it's what you want to do and you know that it's going to give you power, find a way and do it, because you can live with a little bit less money for a period of time. You always find a way, you will find a way to get more money in through other avenues, like, you know, things like selling stuff on eBay and whatever, which is something I've been doing for years. Oh my God, I totally missed that bit out. The time that I was working at my dad's factory, I had jobs in nightclubs, behind the bar, serving drinks. I sold hot dogs at the weekend, West End, just from one of them cart things. That was at night time. That was a lot of fun, and again, it gave me a lot of experience, and it was good getting the cash in hand. So I worked at many concerts, Turkish concerts. If you know Tarkan, I mean, he's known worldwide now. I worked at his concerts, and you know what, I kicked myself. I didn't take one picture with him. You know, when I sold hot dogs, my clothes used to stink of onions and hot dogs. I used to get home and just like feel sick from smelling this for hours. It used to be all in my head. I did that with my sister. She used to chop up all the onions. She hated it. After I had my kids and they grew up a little bit, I went to work on IKEA. At IKEA, I was on checkout. It was amazing. I really enjoyed my time there. I had to leave, unfortunately. I'd work 4 days a week, and it always had to include weekends. And I went in and spoke to the manager and said, look, I've got young kids. And nobody cared. So I ended up resigning from that job in the end. And I was like, right, I can't sit around not getting money. This ain't how it's gonna be for me. So yeah, I walked out of there. 2 days later, I set up my business. I decided what I was gonna do, and it was painting and decorating, because I spent the chunk of time where I had kids renovating houses. So today I'm in my painting and decorating business. Now I've started the second business up, selling products. And I do want to like take that further. YouTube is kind of like a future. It's like my pension. I'm going to be sitting here at 70 years old doing videos for you guys. If it's something you enjoy doing, you're already rich. That's the end of that video, guys. Come back for the next one next week. I love you all. Peace out.